What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddy Live Show, episode number 169.
Wow.
Today's guest, Betty Chen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. I've been thinking about this one for a while, so it's good. Yeah, it's nice to have you. Last week we had your sister here.
Yep.
Great chat. Yeah. And this week we've got you.
Thank you for having me this week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. We're excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm excited
Tuesday's
too.
like my favorite kind of day because I get to do. I'm still the restaurant guy most of the day, but then I get to do my podcast at the end of the day. So it's
your
good fun.
Chorito Day?
Yes, yeah.
Taco Day or
it's
Chorito Day?
it's Taco Tuesday today.
All
yeah, yeah.
right.
You know what? Usually, it's really busy on the weekdays and stuff. Today's usually a busy day. Today's a bit slow because the weather has been like it's freezing.
Yes.
I mean, it's bad because
dropped.
I've been here for a long time, so now I think my blood is more Taiwanese.
Yeah, exactly. To the Taiwanese type, right?
Yeah. So like this, it's not that cold, but I'm cold, so.
Okay,
I'm not the only one.
That cold.
Okay,
so,
okay.
well.
So that you're embarrassing me now. I'm just like, ooh, I shouldn't be so cold, but I am. Yeah. So why don't we, before we start, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Betty, and I'm from BuonX Consultancy, which is a crossover branding consultancy, and we help brands to do international marketing as well as like brand strategy, targeting, all the way to execution. For example, like we do marketing, PR, advertising planning, and everything that you can think of to do your branding, basically.
Okay.
So we often joke that, well, artists has their managers, right?
Okay,
So we are the brand's managers.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good. You know, because I know a lot of probably a lot of businesses that maybe they've been around for a long time or they're new. Like the branding is so important, right?
Yes,
It's so important, right?
You'll have to start right at the start. You have to think about your branding instead of when your business are matured. Then that will be too late.
Yeah. What do you think is kind of like the most important before we get in there? Because I'm so curious. What's the most sort of one of the first things like a new business should do when they're thinking about branding?
Right. So actually, I have a podcast as well.
I know.
So in that podcast, we basically cover all the things like A to Z that you have to know.
Okay.
And I would say there are so many important things in branding, but a lot of people would, the one thing that a lot of people will miss is defining yourself as well as defining your target audience.
Oh, okay.
Because we often find brands would like to say, well, my brand is so good, my product is so great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to target everyone.
Why isn't everybody coming? Yeah,
Exactly,
for sure,
right?
for sure. Yeah,
So if you target everyone, then you target no one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. That's true.
So it's like when you're talking to a friend, you always adjust your tone and manner and the words that you use to a friend, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
You don't just talk everything to one.
Okay.
So same to your branding. When you do communications, you kind of have to have this persona in head.
Yeah, I think so.
You know how to frame your
your
words.
The first thing I can think of is your voice is so much louder than your sister's. That's hilarious.
I'm sorry.
No, it's great.
I'm
it's
the
good.
Loudest.
No, it's because I had to like keep turning it up because your sister's so quiet.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
good.
have to say,
Yeah.
when I was in, because I was in London for a bit.
Yeah.
And all of my friends would be like, "Oh, you're not Asian. You definitely from South America." I'm sorry to people from South America, but
does that mean they're loud?
Yeah, I'm like really loud and very like outgoing and everything, and very talkative. So
that's good. You know what? That's perfect for a podcast because sometimes I'll invite people here and they have a really good story, and I'll ask a question, and it'll be like a yes answer or a no answer, and I'm just like,
I hate that.
Just kind of like and I've got like usually I have like maybe. I'll only ask maybe 8 to 10 questions, but I will always prepare like 20. And sometimes, somebody will not be very talkative. And like,
you have to run.
and I'm like, I look at the clock and I've gone through like 20 minutes
Oh, gosh.
and all the 20 questions are gone. And I'm just like, oh, this is going to be a tough one. Yeah. But I'm not worried about that with you. So that's good.
Well, for our this episode,
Sure.
then you'll have to worry that we might have to go through only 3.
Okay. Yeah.
I
No,
think
hey,
I'm
the
sorry.
opposite, the
Yeah.
opposite extreme. Okay. Good.
But I'll try to calm myself down.
No, you know what? It's great. It's great. I love it because like you do the podcast. So sometimes if you have to carry the whole thing, it's tough sometimes. Yeah.
Well, not.
Yeah. Not for you.
Yeah, not for me.
So you're better than me even. Then that's perfect.
Yeah, that's so true.
Okay,
But
perfect,
we
perfect.
have a director
Okay.
in our podcast, and she is I would say she's the poor one because she
Okay.
always has to be like, oh, Betty, you talk too much.
You talk too
Yeah,
much. Okay.
slow down or like talk less. So yeah.
Mama Lucy, pretty big YouTuber here. Shout out to Mama Lucy. She's I can hear the British accent. She can hear. She's from the UK as well. Yeah, awesome.
Oh, hi.
Mama Lucy's awesome. I'm trying to get her on the show. She's super busy. Very soon. We'll do it soon. Yeah. She's actually going to the UK for Christmas, I believe. Yeah. yeah.
Merry Christmas
Yeah,
to
Merry
everyone
Christmas.
in Lucy as well.
Yes. Cool. Let's grab this. Let's grab the first one,
Okay.
and then we'll dive right in. Yeah.
So the first one will be safe, right?
First one is so chill. Like you look so worried. No, the first one is it's just buffalo, like buffalo wing. Just you can do the drum or the wing. It's very very easy.
Okay.
And then we keep going.
I think I'll go with drum first.
Okay. Take whatever you want. Go for it. Yeah. You want a fork or something? I'm such a pig. I just use my hands. I forget to offer.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry, I make everyone eat with their hands. Sometimes we have we do like when we have vegetarians or vegans, we have like cauliflower wings too, right? And so, I mean, I just grab it with my hand, and they're kind of like everybody's looking around. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot the forks. It's kind of crazy.
But that's
Yeah.
the way that you eat.
Yeah, I mean, I just
wings,
eat with my
right?
yeah, with your hands. Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
Well, get on in there. Yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. While you're trying that, I want to just go a little bit back. So you did from Taiwan, right? But you grew up kind of in the States, or kind of a back and forth.
Yeah.
Just want to talk a little bit about that before we really dive into the business, if that's okay.
Yep. So I'm the outliner in my family.
Okay.
So my family are basically from last episode. You might
For
already
sure.
know.
Yeah, your sister's
So
awesome.
They
Yeah.
spend a lot of time in the States, whereas I spend most of my time in Taiwan and States,
Okay.
and then later in the UK.
Okay.
So everywhere a little bit.
So can you feel like your accent change a little bit? You go Taiwan, USA.
That's a funny question
Yeah.
because I don't know where I get my accent from anymore.
Okay.
When I was in the States, people would think my accent's a bit like East Coast.
Okay.
Well, I spent my time in East Coast basically, but so that makes sense. But when I was in the UK, people thought I was from the States, and then I came back to Taiwan. I think my accent changed
Okay.
again.
I think it does change, right?
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's tough,
But
yeah.
With my family, I
Okay.
have American accent.
Okay.
I realized that.
Okay,
Yeah, especially with Annie, because Annie has this like very strong
Yes.
Californian accent, right?
She does. Yeah.
So,
I enjoyed the chat last week with her. She's so quiet and so like seems so sweet and so gentle. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
She is.
That's so cool. Yeah, so it's funny because I've been here for a long time, and I think like Canadian American accent is pretty similar. So everybody basically, because Mexican restaurant, because my accent, everyone assumes that I'm American. So I always have to explain the story. My family's from Mexico. They immigrated to Canada. Yeah, so, but I have a lot of friends from the UK, and even from Ireland, right? And they come here, and they have a very strong, of course, Irish accent. But after maybe 5 years or 10 years, it's like almost gone. It's
It
crazy.
changed to American accent.
Yeah, it just like without them knowing, it just kind of
That
disappears.
that is a magic of Taiwan.
Yeah.
They change your accent into American accent.
Everybody's American accent here. Yeah. So funny. Wing is okay. It's not too bad.
Very
Yeah.
good. It's actually, I like the subtle spiciness
Okay.
in the wing. I mean, in the drum.
Yeah, it's just like just like the basic buffalo. It's butter, and we make our own sort of, like, we make it from fresh cayenne peppers. Taiwan has really nice peppers, so yeah, it's pretty good.
Did you put a bit lime or lemon?
Yeah, like a vinegar, like some vinegar,
right,
some
okay.
butter. Yeah. So it's similar to the original buffalo recipe, but the original one is, Frank's Red Hot. It's a hot sauce, and it's decent, but that's the original. It's like half Frank's, half butter.
Okay.
But during COVID, Frank's, no one was importing anymore.
Right.
So I thought, okay, well, Buffalo's our best seller, one of the best sellers. So I have to make my own sort of knockoff Frank. And then it turned out better because it's fresh, it's local ingredients, which is like almost everything we do is like that. So it turned out better. And then after the company called us, they said, hey, we can get Frank's again. And we're like, no, we don't need.
No?
we just buy
I
it.
have my own way now.
We buy the chilies from the market, so now we're good. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So quickly, I want to ask you, before you started, BuonX and the branding and the consulting and all that stuff, what was what were some previous jobs that you did?
Well, I started. I always thought I would be doing some kind of communications, media related job.
Because you like to talk, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's great. Yeah.
I was the diplomat in my family. They used to give me the nickname of diplomat, Betty.
Okay.
So, I thought I would be in media, some kind of media.
Okay.
And that's why I started with, in the beginning, I think I wanted to, still too loud.
You're good. No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. You're good. If it's really loud on the speakers, it'll come in and the microphone will catch it again, and then it'll be like, woo, woo. No,
Right.
you're good. You don't worry about I can just pip, and we keep
All
going.
right. Where was I? Okay. So, so in the beginning, when I got to choose my major, I wanted to go into theater or acting.
Okay.
The only reason was I want to experience different lives.
Okay.
And
Beautiful.
I guess I have this, I want to explore different experiences, I would say.
Okay.
So later on, I realized, media can do, if I can be a journalist, then I can do the same because I have to dig into stories, I have to understand people's lives and then write about it. And I get to interview so many people and know so many different way of logics. So that's how I got started. And then accidentally, I went into PR afterwards.
Okay.
And
accidentally. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still don't know why I went into PR.
Okay.
But I love the experience there. And later on, I got into marketing and then branding. Well, data analysis and then branding.
Okay.
So it's sort of like always in the communications.
It's kind of all connected, right? Yeah. I think, I know we're talking about, you like to talk a lot, but actually it's a very good skill. It's a really hard skill to teach. And if you don't have the skill, it's really like, it's a tough thing to really push on people. It's tough. So it's great. So people that are naturally good speakers, I think it's great. For me, I was very quiet and introverted when I was younger.
Oh, really?
So when I came here, I really pushed myself to not be introverted. So yeah, I think it's I like to say, like, I've lived almost two lives. Like, one's like an introvert and one's like an extrovert. And the introverted person always missed so many opportunities because I would always say, oh, no, I don't want to do, oh, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. But then the extroverted person would always just say, okay, yes, let's just do it. Okay, let's do it. And then I figure out how to do it. So, yeah, it's definitely an amazing skill to have. Yeah.
But I always appreciate introvert people.
Okay.
Because they are more, when they are quiet, they are actually observing.
True. That's very true.
They take care of people. They take care of details. That's why I always appreciate those people around me.
Okay.
And then I'll try to pay more attention on what they need. So I feel like it's, I don't know, it's sort of like a good combination.
Yeah, I think so.
With extrovert and introvert.
You have to have both, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, me and my wife, we run the business, and like our thinking is like almost opposite. So it's really good for the business because the business will benefit from both sides.
Yes.
Like for me, I'm just like, yeah, just say yes to everything and just like, okay, yeah. And then, can we do this? Can we do this? I'm always like, yeah, no problem. And then sometimes it's like, oof, I got to figure out how to do it.
Right.
But
so
she will always,
you have to have someone to
kind
hold
of
you back.
pull you back a little bit. Yeah. So it's good. It's a good balance. Yeah. So you have the one sister, or do you have more siblings?
Well, we actually have 4. In
Oh
our
wow!
family.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're the talker of all 4.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
diplomat. Okay. That's
So
great.
they're all quieter than
They're
me.
all quiet. Yeah. You took all the spotlight. Yeah.
Well,
No.
I would say I am the one who fights
Okay.
for the others.
Okay.
When we are out.
Are you the oldest, if I can ask?
Well,
Are you the
no, I'm the second.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because usually the oldest child is the one that's always like, yeah,
Really?
don't bully my kids.
Really?
Usually, yeah.
I thought the oldest always the calm one.
Oh, really?
Because they have to handle everything.
Oh.
Whereas the second one can be a bit more aggressive in a way.
Okay.
Right? We don't need to think about that much.
Don't have to think about the consequences. Just fight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm going to fight. Yeah.
Yep.
I can picture you fighting. It's really funny.
How
Yeah.
about you? Are you the
I'm
oldest?
actually in the middle. I have an older sister who is pretty like more organized. Like she's the smart one. I have a younger brother, so the oldest one, she's pretty smart, and I'm I was like very quiet. And then I came here and start to just push myself because I was here for a couple months and it was very like it wasn't that good because I was so quiet and I was saying no to everything. I wasn't doing anything. And I said I have to change something. So I changed and then I'm still here. It's fantastic. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think it's not about your personality. It's more
Yeah.
about the attitude.
Yeah, maybe that's probably right. Yeah. My I have a younger brother too. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I just wanted to unplug one thing. Cool. Beautiful. How's the wing?
It's good.
It's good. It's not too spicy, right?
No.
Okay.
No. But I can feel the spiciness.
Starting to
a little
creep.
bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about BuonX, right? How did you stumble across this or the idea or the inspiration? So tell me about that.
So like I said, I have basically went through everything from agency to brand to like we call it in-house.
Yep.
So in the beginning, I wanted to go into fintech, but that was when no one talked about fintech. And you know how finance in Taiwan, we all bet
Sure,
because
yeah,
our size, market size is so small.
Yes.
So every little trigger or tremble would
Yep.
fail the whole program.
Yep.
Fail the whole system. So so the system has been very careful, I would say.
Okay.
That's why I decided to go into technology.
Okay.
And then that's when I realized, well, I have so many experience in different industries.
Okay.
But even when I was in technology sector, I was pretty high up in the company already.
Nice.
But I still I feel like I still miss the chance of connecting all the dots from my past.
Okay.
But I guess I was too like trying to explore too much.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to connect everything. And then so at one point I was like, if I go on like this, I might have too much to risk.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
had to, it's either now or never.
Okay,
If I
take
don't
the jump.
quit now, then I might not have the courage to quit
Okay.
later on.
That's important because sometimes people will stay at a job. Maybe they don't like it that much, but they will stay. I'm not saying you didn't like it, but I'm saying that a lot of people will stay at a job that they don't like because it's just safe and they're like, well, I get my salary. It's 还不错, right? It's okay. It's like it's good enough, and then they won't take that jump. So I think it's good to try everything because you don't want to get be older and married and kids and all this stuff, and then be like, I should have tried that.
Yeah.
So if you try it and then fail, that's okay.
At
Right?
least you have tried your
You
best,
tried,
right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree, 100%.
So
Yeah.
the only thing that I would afraid the most in life is
Okay.
regrets.
Exactly,
So,
right?
yeah.
A lot of people, they get older, and that's one of the main things. People are like, the biggest
I
thing
should
they
have
regret.
done
They should have
that.
just done it. I should have asked this girl out, or I should have opened that business. I should have said yes to that investor. I should have, went to that big market and said, yes, you know what, let's just do it.
Yeah.
So it's good. Yeah. When we opened our business, we weren't ready. We were looking for a stall in Danshui Laojie.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of going up and down, checking it out. And we were asking, we're like, well, I wonder how to get a place here. And there was this like milk tea lady who would just, I don't know if it's Hong Kong or Thai, but when they have the two glasses and they just kind of go, ksh, ksh, ksh,
Yeah.
they don't stir, they just kind of make the milk
Yeah.
tea like that. It was cool. So we used to get it all the time. And one day we just talked to her and we said, hey, how you doing? She's like, oh, hi, hi, Kui, right? And we said, can we ask you a question? And she said, yeah. I said, how do you find a place in a night market? And she said, well,
Which night market
in
was it?
Danshui Laojie.
Was it on
It was
Incheon?
no, where what's the street name? When you come out of Starbucks, not Starbucks, the MRT.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gongmingjie, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you come out,
Right.
there's the big Starbucks, come out of the MRT, and then there's like the Riverside.
Right.
But
right.
in
the
the
busiest one, right?
yeah, but right in the middle, there's like a little bit small street, and it's always just packed with
Yeah.
people. So right in there, we were in there.
Right.
So we went in there and we got a drink, and the lady's like, well, the people who own the building, they have the right to the land in front. So he said, okay, who owns this one? And she said, the guy selling sausages next to me owns the building. And I said, wow, he owns the whole building and he's selling sausages. Wow. It was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And she said, actually, she's giving up. She's quitting. So in 3 weeks, this spot will be available. And she said, so if you want it, you talk to the guy. She said, hey, introduce me to the landlord. And he said, yeah, come pay the deposit. And we're just kind of like, not even ready. Like, we knew how to cook. We didn't know anything about business.
Right.
We just got
But
married.
you had YouTube.
Yeah,
so-
well, this was before YouTube.
Really?
This was 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, before Facebook. Before before I knew you. I don't know if it existed, right? So we were just like, no Facebook, no YouTube, and of course I have my mom. My family's Mexican, so I called home. I said, we're thinking about doing this. My mom's like, it's so much work to do food the right way. We said, I know. So we tried. And, we talked about it. And then the next day we just said, okay, we just pay the deposit. And we're like, okay, so
Were you thinking
Yeah.
about it?
we were.
Or
That's why we were
something like-
asking.
Right, okay.
We were thinking about it, just curious. Like we wanted to try. We just got married.
Right.
My wife, I was coaching soccer and teaching English. And she was teaching English. Both pretty good salary. And she didn't really like her job. And I said, well, we're married. We're still pretty young. You want to try something? Right now is the time to try. So, yeah, she actually wanted to do a coffee shop, which was tough because so many coffee shops,
Yeah,
for
it's already
one,
packed.
so many, and even 15 years ago, so many. But just, I like coffee, but I'm not like a really big like coffee snob or coffee connoisseur. So for me to all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm the coffee master, for me is artificial. And we talked about last time, I can't be artificial, right? I hate that. So I told her, well, my mom's food. Maybe we just try some Mexican food. So we agreed on that and we started. And then, yeah, I think we did that. And that was 15 years ago. It's crazy.
Was your family in any kind of like food related industry?
No. So my mom was like a cook, a chef, but not. She worked in a cafeteria, but she was not like a business owner. She was just like
Right.
working in the kitchen, and she would cook all day and then come home and cook. Like she's amazing
really?
cook. It's amazing because when I go home, I'm not cooking. Look, I don't want to cook.
I know.
Mom
that's
is so
what I heard
amazing.
about chefs.
Yeah, you get home and people think chefs in their free time, they're at home like practicing experimental recipes.
Nuh-uh.
They're like, no way. They're like Uber Eats, Palm Yen, whatever. Yeah. So my mom's like, it's a lot of work.
Right.
So yeah, eventually we decided to try. We went to, Ximending.
Yeah.
There's a street in the back of Ximending called Huanhe Nanlu or Huanhe Beilu. Well, I can't remember if it's north or south.
Bad at directions.
No, it's just
Sorry.
Ximending. But behind it, there's like a restaurant street. So it's like half restaurant and then half restaurant graveyard. So you can just go pick everything. So
Right.
we went and we got a stand and we opened. It was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Because a lot of people might not know, I actually met Eddy quite a while back.
Yes, that's right.
Really?
Yeah. A while ago. Yeah. You were in college, I think, or high school or something, or
well,
no?
I stayed in
Okay.
country for a little bit since I was a teenager.
Okay.
So I went to your spot quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, I love that spot. I love Dan
I
Shui.
love that spot as well.
Yeah, up the stairs and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and it's like a bit hidden, but not too much, and it's like right on top of the hill. It's super cool.
Yeah.
I love the spot.
I love it. Every time we go back to Dan Shui, we went a few weeks ago for the first time in a long time. We always go up there and check it out, and it's really cool. Yeah, I love it. It's kind of nostalgic. It's cool.
Actually, when you moved, I didn't know where you moved to.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think by the
So bad at
time
marketing,
that I
right? We're like, oh, well, let's just move. Everybody will know.
Right,
No, they don't.
right?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, I remember I was like a bit sad. I was like, oh, I really like
Yeah.
the restaurant on top of.
It was a great spot.
And it was quite. It's like Greece.
Yeah,
Way
exactly.
how you
Yeah.
painted it
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
The spot and the stairs that you designed it.
Yeah.
It's so much like Greece.
Yeah, it's like we
So-
tried to make it feel different, right? And then the inside was colorful like a Mexican place, and yeah, we did. I mean, it was good. Yeah. Speaking of that, we got a couple comments. Just Buffalo, no, Ishan, we got the whole lineup today.
Yeah.
And then we've got Amy, who actually has a restaurant in Danshui,
Right.
Ingo 99, yeah. So that's her right there. Yes.
I have been to Inko 99
Yeah.
like quite a few times.
Yeah?
Because I love fish and chips.
Yes, all right.
Okay, I'm the big defender of English food.
Okay.
People will be like, "Oh, you're in London. There's no food there."
No
I was
food,
like,
no good food.
Like I love fish and chips.
Beautiful. There you go, fish and chips.
Yeah.
If you want that, you got to go to Danshui. Actually, she has another location downtown
Coming
too. Yeah. No, she has two. She's got a bunch of pop-ups. She's doing awesome. Yeah.
Right.
Doing super well. So
Congratulations,
I gotta
Amy.
learn a few tricks from her. She's good. Yeah. So she says, such a good point. Got to try. No regrets. Right. It's true. Beautiful. Let's grab the next one. Yeah. What do you
Okay.
think? Yeah. So
Is
next.
it
the
gonna
next.
be
It'll be a little bit
spicy?
spicier than that one, right? But that will
Okay.
be chipotle. You know, chipotle is like a smoked jalapeno. So it's kind of like almost like a spicy barbecue, sweet. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So go for it. You want the drum, the wing? Do what you got to do.
I can. Well, for me, because I'm really bad at wings.
No problem.
So
No, I would
think
take it. I would take the drums too.
I
All the
noticed
meats.
You
Yeah.
drink wing. I mean, you eat drinks. So you eat wings.
I've been
so
doing this
quick.
once a week for 3 years.
Right. That's
So,
true.
it's
So
funny
you have
because-
time to practice.
It's funny because when I was in Canada, there is like on Thursday or Wednesday night, the bars will have like 10-cent wing nights, like cheap wings for the college kids.
Right.
So I'd be just full of college kids, and you order like 100 and it's $10. It's so cheap, right? So one of my buddies, I used to tell the story at the very early part of the podcast, the first maybe 6 months. I would tell my buddy's story that he would just kind of take the wing, he'd snap the bottom off, and he would just take the whole wing, put it in his mouth. It was like a cartoon. He would put it in his mouth and just pull it out, and it's just bone. And he would just grab it and be like, boom,
Wow.
boom, boom. And it was crazy. And then the more times I told the story and I tried to do it, the more I was like, oh, I can kind of do that
Yeah,
now.
the
So
trick,
I
right?
get the trick a little bit. Not quite like him, but he's just like, bam, like a mountain of wings. And he would just take it and just be like, whoop,
In a second.
whoop, like
That's crazy.
like a cartoon. You know, they put like a fish in and it comes out like bones, just like that. Crazy.
Has he visited Taiwan?
He
yet?
hasn't. I haven't.
you
Yeah, I'm
should.
trying to get him out, but
Because
it's
you know
tough.
Taiwanese are really
Yeah.
well traditionally. Taiwanese are very good at eat
Yeah,
kind of bony stuff.
for sure. Yeah,
And
yeah.
They have this. Well, I say they because I don't eat it. They have chicken feet.
Chicken
It's
feet.
just
Yeah.
so hard to eat.
There's
and
no
I
meat,
have
right?
No patience on that.
Okay.
But I know people can be really good at it.
Yeah.
So
You know, it's funny
you should
because when I
definitely come.
when I came here, because everyone just assumes like kind of American, right? So you go to a restaurant and I order something, they'll be like, "Oh no, you know, the Wyverns, they don't eat that," like the intestine and stuff like that, which is funny because Canadians and Americans don't, but like Mexicans are similar to Taiwanese, they eat everything.
Right.
Like all like the stomach, they eat everything. So so I'm like, no, I eat that. And they're just so surprised to see me eat like the pig intestine, eat all this stuff. I'm like, no, I grew up eating this. So
But you cook
yeah.
differently, right?
I did grow up. Yeah, we cook differently for sure. Yeah. Usually in a taco, usually fried up. So it's actually really crunchy, but it's good. I like it. Actually, there's a place in Danshui actually.
Yeah?
What's it called? Bigfoot Da Jiao Inn.
Yes.
That place has like a gongbao jiding, but instead of a chicken, they use the pig intestine, and it's like so crunchy. It's actually my favorite dish in like all Taiwan. I love it.
Wow.
And when I tell people, they're like, "Oh, it sounds so cool," but when I tell like Canadian or American or even some of my British friends, they're like, "Your
like,
favorite
"Ew."
dish is pig intestines?" I'm like, "You got to try it," and they're like, "No."
Did they fry it?
They fry it. So it's really
Right, so it's-
crunchy.
wow.
It's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. So it's really good.
I haven't tried that dish. I
Yeah,
think.
you got to try it if you ever do you go to back to Danshui much?
Well, not so much.
Not so much,
'cause
right?
That's 45 minutes away
I know.
from Taipei.
We did the commute for a while, but it's pretty
pretty
far.
tough.
Yeah.
But maybe next time we can go back together.
Sure. Okay.
Right?
When we go back, we went like 3 weeks ago, I think, for the first time in a long time. And we went to the night market to check it out. And we walked up to our street. And then we actually went to Ingwo Nai Nai's for dinner. It was nice.
Right.
Yeah. It was great. Yeah.
So what my favorite route is, because every time, well, of course, because of COVID, there are not so many friends come to Taiwan to visit. But when my friend come visit, I always take them from Tom Street MRT and then walk past the Thirsty Street. And then go into the small alley, go on top of the hill, and then go down to the old street, which is the rice street. Well, was the rice street. Do you know that street? Which lead you up to the to the temple, the huge temple on the hill.
I don't know.
Okay, I should show you. I don't know if
Probably.
you
I don't know. It's hard because I used to live there.
Uh-huh.
So I know areas, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I don't remember street names at all.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah.
to remember street
Yeah,
names
yeah.
because there's no use.
Okay.
Some streets like every street is winding.
It's like
together. Yeah, exactly.
it's crazy there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Along with that street, if you go to the end, you'll have to find a hidden alley.
Okay.
And then if you go down,
Mm-hmm.
go right to Ingwo Nai Nai.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Amy might know.
So we got to take the tour and then end up at Ingwo Nai Nai's for dinner, right? Okay.
We have been talking about having this workshop thing.
Yes, tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
Maybe we can do that next time.
Okay. Yeah. I was telling my wife that we're planning something and it could be good. Yeah. Maybe we'll actually invite Amy, so it'll be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Tell me a little bit more about that before I keep
Right,
keep
so,
going. Yeah. What kind of an idea, secret place and some secret stuff happening?
So I'm
stuff you want-
that
you are okay to
kind of
share.
person that I don't like regular stuff,
Okay.
and
Yep.
I like trivia.
Okay.
Like,
Sure.
in Taiwanese, Japanese, they call it like 豆知识.
Okay.
So it's like the tiny little I don't know, information. That
Okay.
Even if you know, it's no use.
Okay,
So
okay,
basically-
okay.
And I guess I have so many of these ideas.
You have a lot of that.
I don't know where to put it.
Oh, that's great.
So that's why I define our branding consultancy as crossover.
Okay.
Because then you can think out of the box.
Okay, I think it's really important because I know it's not taught very well sometimes to think out of the box. And anyway, in any country for sure. But yeah, like my daughter goes to local school and she likes it, but it's like, oh, so much homework. And she's like, oh, yeah. But no, thinking out of the box. Very nice. Okay. I like that. Yes.
Yeah, and then because in different industries or like if you go into their, like I said, if you go into their logics,
Yeah.
you will realize how differently they think.
Okay.
And through their logic, you can actually find fun ideas that they don't even realize.
Okay. Okay.
And that's something that I really like.
Beautiful.
For example, like we will connect through the agency, through BuonX, we connected, for example, like Taipei 101 with a chemistry society in Taipei to promote the, so there's a chemical time periodical table.
Oh,
If
that table, that science table thing. Yeah.
That's so
with like
I would
iron
think-
and stuff on it. Yeah.
I love that table.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
A lot of people might think
think
it's
the-
really boring.
I think it's called the periodic table,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So 2019, if I remember it right,
Yeah.
it was the year of the periodic table
Oh, really?
from UN.
Okay.
It's defined from UN.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then, so they just decided to run this program in Taiwan as well to promote this year.
Okay.
But because it's so nerdy, so it's really hard for mass public to understand.
It's hard.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Because
use
when,
this.
when normal people, when we see that, we think, oh, I remember that from like science, but I don't remember any. I remember iron. I think that's it. That's the only one I remember. That's so bad. Yeah.
But you have to remember, for example, like silver, gold.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's important. Yeah. I
Especially
didn't-
you're in Taiwan, you have chips. Right?
That's right,
You
you're
have
right.
Semiconductors. So
True,
There are
true.
a lot more that you have to remember.
Good. So how did it go? I'm curious.
Yeah. So
What was the
then,
plan?
I was very lucky to work with this society, and they decided to work with Taipei 101.
Okay.
And I don't know if you have been to the countdown fireworks.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Right, so
Okay.
Before that, in December, they normally have this like whole building lit up.
Okay,
with
yeah,
the
this I know.
screens, right?
Yeah.
And then they use the screen and design the message to be like very, very simple and very memorable. And very fun as well.
Yeah, sure. That's
and
very
to
cool.
Connect this idea of the periodic table
Yeah.
here, as well as how to be sustainable with chemistry.
Okay.
So that was quite a big success. 'Cause
Okay.
Throughout the year, there were not so many coverage.
Okay,
Or,
okay.
like social media reshare, repost, things like that.
Gotcha,
But
yeah.
with those, with Taipei, with collaboration
Taipei
with
101 is
101.
massive,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's like the biggest billboard forever. Okay.
So there were a lot of people talking about it, and when I walked down the street in December during that, those few days, I saw people like stopping and then taking photos.
That's
of
cool. Yeah. Then you feel like,
yeah.
yes, it was worth it, right?
Yeah,
to do it, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And then saw all the shares online. That
Okay.
was like,
That's
wow,
cool. That's so cool, yeah.
I love connect all those like different dots.
Beautiful.
To make the marketing, basically like maximize the marketing effort. I think that's very important.
I think marketing for a business is for anything is just so massive, right? I know that I know a lot of people, like let's say chefs, that are much better chefs than me. They're better cooks and they have like all of the schooling for chef and all that stuff. And then, but when they open their business, it doesn't work because they're like just really like specializing in their spot and not flexible, right? And yeah, for me, I mean, I think I have to learn Facebook ads. I have to learn YouTube. I have to learn, everything. I have to learn Chinese, make sure everybody's having a good time. I have to just so much to learn. So people always ask, and I'm like, well, it's a very long answer, all the things I had to learn. Yeah. So the cooking part is, I don't want to say it's not important. It's very important, but it's
like a
it's a
basic.
smaller part of this big machine that you have to build for people to keep coming, right? And you have to give this feel, like what we try to do is we try to give this like a Western feeling when people come here, because a lot of this stuff here is the stuff that I miss, right? Like I miss the wing nights, right? And I remember that from like my 10-cent wing days. We can't do that because the cost is way too high. But things like that, Taco Tuesdays, and this Sunday we're going to show the World Cup final. And last Sunday we showed UFC. You know, like, so all this stuff that I miss and that I love, I tried to incorporate them here. All local craft beer on tap. So yeah, it's cool. So I think it's working. It's working pretty well. But yeah, you have to, like I said, I have a lot of chef friends, and they try and then, you know, fail. And then another guy is like, man, your food's amazing. They try and then they fail, and they try and then they fail. And it's not a knock on them, but it's just, it's a crazy business.
But I think that's the difference between entrepreneur and being an professional and entrepreneur.
Sure, agree.
Right?
I agree.
You kind of have to have this whole picture.
Yeah.
You can't just focus on what you're good at.
Yeah. I remember a few years ago, there was just down Section 6, just down the street, not too far from here, there's a French bakery there now. But there was a second one, a completely different guy, way down the street, French baker. The bread was as good, if not maybe better, I don't know, and cheaper.
Then?
Always empty. The one that's there now is good, a little bit more expensive than the other one was, always full. And because the owner, he's just always active doing stuff. Right. He's a great guy. And, you know, like in Tianmu, it's especially important that when there's events or charities or something, you just donate like some vouchers, or you always try to help everybody promote each other. And Tianmu's like a little bubble, and everybody's really supportive. So it's cool. It's a cool place. Yeah. And he knows that. I mean, I know that. And he's always busy. He's always full. Right. So yeah, it's cool. But sometimes, you know, the other guy, for example, I'd go in there to get some bread, and he would just kind of be like,
"Aww."
I'm like, "What's going on, man?" And he's just like, "No customers." I'm like, "Well, did you set up your Facebook page yet?" He's like, "No, I don't believe in that stuff."
Aww.
Like, well, you gotta do something. You gotta try.
You
gotta stand in the front and juggle or something. You have to,
yeah. But I mean, like, for example, even for me, even though I'm like, I would say consultant for branding.
Sure.
But after I started my own business, I realized I'm not good at promoting myself.
It's harder.
In my career, until now, I've been like in the industry for like 15 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I always promote others.
Yeah,
and we tend to hide ourselves behind the scene.
Yeah,
we want the limelight on
somebody else, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
We try to think of everything for others.
Yeah.
So that becomes a mentality that you can't just get out of.
It's very hard to fix. Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah.
So I'm still like trying to adjust myself into this position.
Sure, it takes a while. It takes a while. Like for me, I will always, if I'm going out or whatever, I'll have business cards for like all my friends' restaurants, and then I don't even have my own. People are like, "Well, where's yours?" I'm like, "Oh, shoot, I didn't bring mine." Yeah, it's just like, it's crazy. Yeah.
And I love to introduce my friends to others.
Yeah,
like, for example, I have been telling people that, well, if you would like Mexican food, you have to go to Eddy's.
Yeah, that's the place.
But it's just so hard to promote yourself.
Yeah, it's very hard for sure. For sure it is. Yeah.
Especially when you get used to helping others.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just hard to, switch the light to yourself.
100%. And it also feels like, you also feel almost like an ego. You're like, well, I don't want to just keep talking about myself.
Exactly.
Right? So yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah. Agree, 100%.
So it's always the learning process.
For sure. Yeah, it's hard to, because you're always like this giver, right? You're like this outgoing person and just giving. And then where you're like, no, I need you to, no, look at me. And then you're just kind of like, I don't really want people looking at me. And then it takes a while to get over that. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, everybody has
But
the
you're
same.
doing great.
Yeah, it's taken a long time. Like I said, it's taken a long time to get to this point from like a super shy introvert to like, let's do a
can't
podcast
imagine.
live. Yeah.
But I would have to say,
Sure.
Because if I think about it, when you were on the hill,
Yeah.
I remember it's kind of hard to talk to you.
Oh, for sure.
I think we met like once or twice.
Okay.
Briefly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it wasn't
Not
easy
very
to-
chatty,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Just hiding in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, what do you need? Okay. Kind of look out the
Well, of
window.
course you said hi and everything.
Of course,
but
yeah.
Not like being friendly like now.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah.
It's when I was in college, I went to this restaurant. I had this girlfriend, and we were broke, and it was her birthday, and I'm like, let's go to a nice restaurant. So I went to this Italian restaurant, and it was really small, 5 tables, and we just went like t-shirt and shorts. And when we went in, we realized it's like a high-end fine dining restaurant, right?
Okay.
So I thought, oh
You didn't
shoot,
Google.
yeah, Google. This was when I was in college. There was no Google when I was in
All
college.
right.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm old. I'm getting old. I know. But so I went, and basically I thought, oh my gosh, they're not gonna let us sit with no like sandals and stuff, right? And they were like, no problem. They come in, they sat us down, and we ordered some food. And then at the end, after all the 5 tables had their food, this older like Italian guy, this old chef, he comes out. And he has this little stool, and he would sit at like every table and talk to everybody. And it was this old guy. English was not very good, and it was amazing. And we were the last table, and I was like so embarrassed because I thought, oh my gosh, we're not spending very much. Everybody else has wine and like everything, and we have like 2 meals and water, right? And we're like, he's not gonna sit with us, and he did. He sat with us, and he talked to us for like 10 minutes. And he told us, oh, this is what we do with our pasta, and the recipe comes from Sicily. And he told us all this stuff. And it was really one of the best restaurant experiences I had. So I always thought, if I can do that, if I can give that feeling to people, then that's what I want. Yeah. So it was really hard at the beginning because people want to talk, and then a lot of people want to speak Chinese. And I could speak, but I didn't want to make a mistake. So I was like too shy or too didn't want to try. Yeah, very careful not to try, which is very bad usually. That's how you don't learn if you don't make mistakes, right? So yeah, it was good. I wanted to try that, and yeah, now it's like I'll talk to everybody. Now I like interview people,
You
and
can talk to everybody.
it's crazy sometimes.
Yeah, you can always start a conversation, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
It's just a lifelong skill almost now because yeah.
But I guess that's something that's similar between us.
Sure, yeah,
We
yeah.
try to make people comfortable.
Yeah, it's
So
really important.
We are willing to adjust ourselves in order to make sure people around us are comfortable.
Agree.
Well, at least I hope.
No, I always think, like, I read this book once, and it was talking about different kinds of people and stuff. And then there was this one very small category. They were using different, like, colors and animals to kind of describe people. But this one category, I don't remember the color, but the animal they chose was like a chameleon. You know what a chameleon is? And it's just like, because when you go to, like, the people that are, like, quiet and whatever, the yellow one, then you just yellow, and then everybody's the same. And then when you go to the very loud, crazy red people, you just kind of go, and then you're like red. And then you go here, and it's like this like lizard that just changes color all the time. So it was cool. It was very cool.
That's a good.
So I was like, that's
way
pretty
of
close.
describing us.
Yeah, that's pretty similar, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, we do that. It's a crazy life, but it's good. I don't regret it. No regrets, right?
Well,
So cheers, yes.
to-
I didn't offer you any beer or drinks or anything.
that's
You good? You good on
okay.
beer?
Well,
we
we'll
can have a
have
beer.
more
Okay, we'll have one after. Okay,
When
okay.
we'll finish this.
Okay, cool. So let's grab the number 3, and then we'll start talking about your podcast. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it because that's always dear to my heart. I love podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot to discuss.
Beautiful.
So
And
which one is?
So we're gonna go
the
here.
one?
So you can go drum or wing. Yeah. So there's like yeah. Take whatever you want. The drum, go for it. Take whatever you want. Yeah. For sure. Yes. So this is the Korean one. This is like the halfway point. Yeah.
So it's a straightforward Korean.
So it's a Korean recipe that came from a staff of mine that used to work at a Korean place, and then I tweaked it to make it a little bit spicier and a little bit more heavier flavor that I liked. And then we put it on the menu, and people really like it. I was kind of shocked the first day. We had the first day we actually printed and put it on the menu. We had Koreans come to eat, and they saw that, and they're like, they ordered it, and then they ate it, and they liked it. I was so nervous. I thought, oh my gosh. Like, no, don't get that. Don't get that. Get something else. And they're like, no, we want to try it. I'm like, yeah. They're like, just try it. They're just like, we want to try it. I'm like, no, try something else. And they did, and they liked it. So, yeah.
That's something that I found interesting in Taiwan, because we make everything in fusion. And people actually like it, because I heard that how serious Japanese can be with sushi, right? But I heard a lot of people, well, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard there are a lot of Japanese who come to Taiwan to try sushi, because we make sushi differently.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, okay.
So a lot of Japanese actually like sushi in Taiwan.
Really? Okay. Well, that's cool. I love sushi here in Taiwan and in Japan and everywhere, really. It's funny because I tried it in Canada. It was pretty good. Then I came here, and it was so good. Then I went back to Canada, and I'm like, oh, not that good.
I know. You're spoiled.
Crazy. Spoiled, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, one thing that I would miss in Taiwan when I go abroad is the food.
What's your favorite food in Taiwan? When you come back from a long trip, you land in Taipei, you're hungry, what's the first thing you buy? If you can choose anything. Not like, oh, it's closed.
Very hard to say, because I spent quite some time abroad.
Sure.
But one thing I realized about myself is that I don't miss food in Taiwan. But that's because my mom basically cooks 3 meals a day.
Okay. So mom's food.
So,
mom's cooking.
So I can't actually define what is Taiwanese food. But one thing I would crave about, the only thing, is oyster pancake.
Okay, really? Okay, that's a really traditional one, right?
Because you can't get it anywhere else.
You can't get that anywhere else, right? Yeah. What about night market? Do you have a night market snack where you go in, you're like, I gotta get that?
That's oyster pancake.
Same one?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Drink?
I think so.
Any drinks?
Drinks. Well, guess what? We make bubble tea ourselves.
Sure. Okay.
So.
Okay. True. I like it too. Yeah, I actually like sugar cane, when they squeeze the sugar cane juice up. That's my favorite. I love that.
Do you add anything else in the juice?
I didn't know you could. Oh, like lemon, right?
Lemon is
what
the
else?
basic.
Okay.
Actually, I learned it from my grandma.
Himalayan pink salt or something, right?
Ginger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Juice.
Did not know that. Oh, okay.
You should try, especially
Next time.
With the warm sugar cane juice.
Okay.
And then you add a little bit
That makes sense.
juice.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's very good and helps you to warm your body.
Really? You know, it's cool because in Mexico, they do sugar cane, but they don't juice it. They just chew it, right? And so when I came here and I saw that, I thought, oh, this is great. But then they juiced it, and I'm like, well, this is even better because I don't have all this crap left, right? So when my mom came here, when my daughter was born, the first thing I did was I took her down the street to like this Taiwanese lady with a truck selling sugar cane, right? And she's like, do you want me to squeeze it? I said, no, just give me like the sticks. And my mom was just like chewing on it, so happy. Yeah, like they peel it, right? But you know, you can just chew it and spit it out, right?
Thick.
Yeah. So, but in Mexico, that's how everybody eats it, right?
Wow.
So she was just kind of chewing it, and she was like a kid. She was so happy. I have pictures of her just like sitting there, like she loved it.
I have this.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was awesome.
Do you know, like hashtag?
Sure.
You know?
Do you know?
When there is one thing, if you eat with sugar cane, then the sugar cane can dissolve in your mouth. Do you know what
I did not know. I have no idea. What can dissolve sugar cane? I don't know.
try
Salt?
next time.
I don't know. What is it?
If
Yeah.
you eat a peanut,
A peanut?
Yes.
What?
With a sugar can. Try that. Well, all the audience should try that if you don't
Peanut.
know.
Okay.
And then you can eat a whole sugar cane without spit it.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Mama Lucy says I'm learning a lot from you guys. I'm learning too. I'm going to try some sugar cane and peanuts. What? That's crazy. Okay. I didn't know about that. Wow. Yeah, because we just chew and spit, and it's like, wow, very cool.
We do that in Taiwan
Really?
as well. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we eat sugar cane without juicing it.
Yeah.
But we normally cut it in.
Okay, like little cubes or
Yes,
something.
exactly.
No, in Mexico they just. But here too, like the lady, she had like bags like that of like this kind of like the sticks, and we would just kind of chew them and go to the beach, and it was crazy. It was Danshui though. It was like Shaolin area, way out there. So that's pretty cool.
More like more traditional.
More
in a way,
traditional.
right?
Yeah. It was really cool though. It was awesome. Yeah, I loved having my mom here. I think next year I'm gonna go back. My brother actually wants to come and visit this year. So this coming year. So hopefully my brother will come, and then maybe summertime I'll get to go back. So
How many years that you haven't seen them?
it's been 5. It's a long time. Yeah, my daughter was 5 and now she's 10. So that's basically a lifetime for her. So I got to go. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we were ready to go, but then COVID, and then, you have a restaurant during COVID, and it's like your savings are just like, you're just like, okay, well, and then they're like 2 more weeks. And you're like, okay, and you're like getting close to like the bottom. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then it opens up, and it kind of is like, you're like, oof, okay, thank you. Yeah.
So
It was crazy,
I think
crazy.
Up and down in the
Yeah.
past 2 years.
Yeah. So, but now, I think
It's booming.
everybody's so, well, obviously today the weather sucks, but I think that everybody's just been so, Joe, C1. I think everybody has just been so sick of all of that, that like, we were feeling the swing, but now it's like, it's swinging like higher than before. So it's like, it's good. It's not quite covering, but it's good. It should.
Missed,
Yeah.
right?
If we're kind of like up here, and then that's the new normal, then it will compensate eventually. Yeah. And it will cover, and then hopefully it's good. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. No, actually, I want to open more. I want to do some more things, and I'm working on it. I'm just, I just have so many things to do.
I know.
So
same here.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
just,
you want to do so many things. You want to try new things.
Yeah.
In the new era.
yeah, exactly.
But you just have to find time.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I feel like the past few years has changed so much. But
Yeah, for sure.
We were lucky in a sense that we started in 18, 19.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were still fairly new.
Sure.
And
Exactly.
everything
Yeah.
wasn't that stable.
Sure. Okay.
So we had a couple of brands from abroad that they want to come to Asia.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, that's a good
That's
start.
perfect for you. Yeah.
exactly,
You're the
'cause
bridge.
That's what I'm good at. And then I already secure my newly established business.
Yep.
And then COVID came. So
Yeah.
we got hit quite severely.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but I think it's all good because
It should be over now, right? But you get it's like you get creative.
Yes, exactly.
Like we make these tamales, these dishes, this like super amazing, delicious, super labor intensive dish that you cannot, if you want to do it correctly, you cannot have it on the menu because you need like somebody making it all day, every day.
Yeah.
But it was empty, right? And
So we got time.
So we had time, so we just because there's no dine-in, we put a bunch of tables together, and we made like an assembly line with my cooks, my chef. We didn't cut anybody. We didn't fire anybody. We kept everybody.
Oh, wow.
We kept everybody, and we're like we really, because we got a good team, so we kept everybody, and we had this like assembly line making these tamales, and we thought they're called tamales. They're called tamales, but in the States everyone says tamales, right? So we're doing that, and I'm like, okay, well, before we really start, let me like pre-sell 100, right? And we're doing like 6 packs.
You're saying like they can
Yeah.
reserve it?
Yeah, no, I want to pre-sell. Like I didn't even make them yet,
Right.
but put out the
Right.
the
So
word
they
and
can
say
order
we
fast.
have
Right.
this starting this day. Who wants them? And then it's just like boom, 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 boom. And so I hit 100. I'm like, okay, we make them.
Right.
And then it's just like boom, 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 200, boom, 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 through 500. And so we did like in 2 weeks we did like 620 something, and we
Right.
thought we'd do like 80 or 100, and people just kept ordering them, and they're traditionally like a zhongzi, like really pretty cheap, but we couldn't sell them cheap because it takes us like 10 people a full day shift to make like 60 or 80 or something. Like it's super labor intensive. And so I think we sold for like 6 for 1,000. And it was just like boom, boom. People, they would get some, and then they would just like, you still have more? Okay, I'll be there. And they'd come take more, they take more. So the front was, we had the assembly line, and then we had all these racks of all the fresh ones just cooling there. And everybody was just like, they just kept taking them. And we're like, whoa.
Who were the
crazy.
buyers? Who were the customers?
We had people that lived in California. We had mostly Taiwanese Americans that have maybe from the States, and they've tried that before. And yeah, lots of Taiwanese that have traveled. And we did it around Dragon Boat.
Right.
So we were kind of saying, Mo Shiga Zhongzi, we kind of do our thing, right? And then they loved it. It was crazy.
Do
And
you still have it on the
we
menu?
haven't made it since then, but we will make it soon. People keep asking, so maybe I'll have to pre-sell 100 and then be like, okay, we're making 100, and then see what happens. Yeah,
Right.
because it's been so busy.
But you have a
Yeah.
good point on
Yeah.
trying new things during the
You have to.
downtime.
Yeah.
Because if it were not COVID, I don't think Sciencely Handmade would exist.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, because I was thinking like I do branding, and I have been helping a lot of like international brands. So why not start my own brand?
Of course,
Especially
yeah.
we have been trying to promote sustainability since 2014.
Yep.
That was a time when SDGs wasn't there yet.
Sure, of course, yeah.
So, but it hasn't been a success because, like a lot of people would know,
Yeah.
SDGs, sustainabilities are not so sexy.
Money
so
is sexy, right?
Yeah.
Money is sexy.
Yep,
And then
yep.
when you're like, well,
show me the beef.
this is, healthier, better, less profit, people are like, oh. But it's super important and more expensive,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's important. Yeah.
So we were thinking, well, if not that, then why don't we try to do a crossover brand?
Beautiful.
We do a branding. We brand it as a lifestyle brand.
Okay.
So we don't preach, like Annie said, we don't
Sure.
preach people.
Yeah,
We want them
that's
to experience it.
so good. It's super important because sometimes when you get really preachy, it really like turns people off. You're like, oh no,
And people will be
MLM or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
They're like, oh no. They put you in the group of like MLM or like the crypto bros, and you're like, whoa, hey, no, what? Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
when it gets really preachy, it's tough. So if you can do it without doing that, that's the best. Yeah.
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 So
it's
we're
slower,
looking-
but it's great.
That's
Yeah,
true.
a little bit
the
slower.
Slow
Like
thing.
word of mouth is, even now with social media and all that, word of mouth is still the best. But it's the slowest, right? Now you can share pages and stuff, but still when your friend says, hey, that place across the street, amazing burgers, we got to go, and takes them there, that's the best. Yeah.
And especially people are getting smarter. So
People are getting
word of
smarter,
mouth
yeah.
will be tougher
Yeah.
to manipulate.
Sure, for sure.
So yeah, if it were not because all those brands canceled their planted to Asia, I don't think we'll have our own brand now.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So-
Like those tamales, I haven't made them for like 10 years or something
really?
because there's so much work. And I'm like, you think about it and it's like all this anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much
Should
work.
we
Yeah.
try do you think it's possible that we do the workshop that we were talking about?
Sure.
With Sciencely Handmade.
Okay.
As well as, because we, like.
You wanna make
I think I
tamales?
told
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
We have this afternoon tea event.
Okay.
For Science Handmade.
It's really good for groups. Like people love it because they get their hands in the dough. You know who loves it? Like big groups, but also I love kids, right? So a lot of the times when we would do kids party, we would make like hand make stuff, and the kids, it's like Play-Doh almost, but it's corn. So at the end you cook it and you eat it.
It's edible.
And it's really good. Yeah. We could definitely do something. That sounds good.
Yeah.
People love it. Yeah. Okay.
And
That sounds great.
they can take something back.
Yeah.
Like they can take the our candles back.
Sure, of course.
With their own flavor.
Yeah.
Their own scents.
Beautiful.
Yep. And then
Super important to take something
tea,
physical home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with the afternoon tea, we can use your recipe.
Sure.
Right?
That'd be great.
And everything will be local sourced.
Let me know. We can bring the.
Let's
yeah.
definitely
We can
organize
we can bring the dough. Like we grind it. Everything. It's it's cool. And then once people touch that dough, and it's just like pure corn, but it's like it's like soaked with and simmered and ground down. It's like people feel and they're like, wow, this is crazy.
Yes.
It's so good. They don't get to, like for us, because we eat that all the time and it's normal. It's normal. But when people actually see that, they're like, whoa, this is cool. Yeah.
You know where it came from.
Yeah, like we literally get it from an organic corn farm. They dry it for us. It's great. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
So in our afternoon tea event or ESG compliant events,
we
always design the food. It's always like local sourced or local related.
Okay.
We want to make sure people experience it
Yeah.
with their palate, with their eyes, with their nose, with the smell.
Beautiful.
So that's definitely something that we can do
You know,
together.
it's really cool because we can do that. And my wife also has the experience of making it too. So like I can be in the back and she can do kind of run, we can do whatever, right?
Yes,
If it's like the all women's thing, I can be in the back and then, and I can just feed her and she can just do it. Right. So it could be, and my daughter loves making them. Like it's great. It's like in Mexico.
She can be the lead, actually.
Yeah, in Mexico, it's like a very big family tradition. It's like Christmas time.
Right.
Grandma makes the dough. And then, everybody is similar to what I did with my team here.
Right.
It's like this assembly line. One guy kind of spreads it. One guy puts the filling. One guy folds it. One guy ties it up. The other guy stacks it.
It's like a family factory.
It's a family factory. It's crazy. And it's crazy because you need so many people. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Definitely. Let's do that. That'll be perfect. Yeah. Should we grab the next one? Yeah. Okay. How are you doing? You good?
Yes.
So far, not bad, right? Not too bad.
Yes.
Okay, good. So this one is
But I won't say it loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's touch a wood.
Okay, touch that wood. Yeah. This one is made with ghost pepper, but it's made by Empress Hot Sauce, a local company, and it's very well balanced.
Okay.
So it's not. I mean, it's spicy, but it's not like wow. But it's really balanced. So yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. Yeah.
You can still. It's not too spicy that you can still taste the flavor, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's try.
If you want to read this longer comment while you grab that, just found your channel, instantly subscribe because I love learning about different cultures and cuisines from other countries. Excited to learn more from your content. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Steve loves horror. Oh, Steve loves horror. Hey, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we live stream every Tuesday, and then every Thursday I'll re-release the video again with Chinese subtitles. So, yeah, it's been a long process, but I love doing this. It's like my night out. So, yeah, it's good. I love it.
Well, it takes so much time from your work.
It does, yeah.
But you just have to be consistent.
Yeah, I
right?
think so. So today is 169. So that is 169 weeks in a row. Actually, there was a couple of weeks with two. Like last week I did two, right? I did one because Cole Fogel came up from Kaohsiung, and I booked him like 3 months ago. So he could only do a Friday. So I said, okay, let's do it. So yeah, it's my idea was I will do it for a couple years and then see how I feel, see if people like it, and it's growing. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. And yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoy it, and people are slowly starting to come in.
You have all
and it's
this
fun. And then I slowly bought all the gear.
Professional
It's so good.
ideas.
Yeah, I love it.
I was like,
Thank you.
wow.
It's just
my
because
eyes just lit up when I
Yeah.
saw this.
I totally. There's also Lucas in Taiwan, who's a pretty big YouTuber, foreign YouTuber here. 外国人介绍台湾, and he's when I went onto his show, he also has like a studio with like all the gear and stuff. So cool. We just kind of geeked out on all this stuff. It was really cool. Yeah. I love this stuff. So it's cool. It's very cool. Yeah, and I love these old Elvis style microphones and stuff. So so cool.
It.
So cool. Yeah. Just like I don't really have. I don't care about cars or motorcycles or anything like that, but I like this stuff. So yeah, it's really cool.
It's practical, and you can actually make it like really handy.
Yeah.
And helps you to promote your business as well.
You know what's crazy? Like, it's a small channel, and I finally just got my first like $100 from YouTube after like 3 years. It's like $100. Yes. Like my first, like I just got the email that said, got $100 for you. So give us your bank, right? And I was like, oh, cool. But actually, again, when the weather's not completely crap, it fills up the restaurant. People walk by, they see the light, like what's going on? Oh, what is this place? Oh, let's go check it out. So actually, it has really helped the restaurant a lot. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, and I got to meet a lot of really cool different entrepreneurs and restaurant owners and like YouTubers and comedians, and just like, it's cool because, for example, the YouTubers, some of them have like massive channels, like 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. And then when I talk to them, they're like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it. They're so excited to do it. And I'm thinking like, my gosh, they're not going to do it. It's such a small channel, but everybody's like really cool. It's nice.
Wow.
It's a cool community. Yeah. I love it.
I'll
yeah.
have to invite you to my
Yeah,
my
please.
podcast.
I'm waiting for the invite. Yeah. Tell me about your podcast, because I want to, we didn't really talk too much about it. So tell me about it now.
Haven't.
Yeah. So tell me about it.
So our podcast is actually a result of BuonX, because after, like I said, the thing about branding in Taiwan is that, well, I later realized it's not I would say it's that the market still has room to improve. And there are not a lot of people know what's marketing, what's branding, and why people have to do branding. So I get a lot of questions from different industries.
Yeah.
But basically, like I said, there's always like, I can basically write an FAQ on that.
Oh, sure.
So I was like, it's so hard.
It's hard to explain what branding is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And I have to explain it over and over and over again.
Like
it's
a video.
Just so tiring. So why don't I just make a podcast?
Beautiful.
So people can.
Here's the link.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the link.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We just had an event. We called it like Thankful Season for our podcast, because
Beautiful.
Luckily we had, like, first time ever, we went on the front page of Mixerbox.
Really?
So,
wow. That's
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Okay. Very cool.
So
Congrats. Beautiful. Do you do it from your house, or do you have like a studio at the BuonX, or what?
we do it from our computers.
Like a remote thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
cool,
we
cool,
have
cool.
3 hosts.
That's awesome.
But we haven't seen each other during the whole COVID time.
Okay.
So we don't go to studio, but they all have their own like.
No, that's cool,
gears.
because when you have that, then you can almost have anybody,
Yes.
right? With just a mic, even just a USB mic, and just a webcam, and then let's go, right? Really cool. Okay.
But that's something that we miss. That
Okay.
we can't do this kind of face-to-face
This,
reaction.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
I know. But it's coming. You can do it, right?
Yes.
Are they all in Taiwan?
Some of them. Well, let me think. Yes, so far our guests are all from Taiwan.
Okay, perfect.
But we miss those like
Yeah, of course.
personal connection, right? So we had this offline event, and that was the first time I actually got face to face with our audience and our
Beautiful.
guests.
Okay.
And one thing that I shared on the event was I actually shared so many episodes to my clients.
Okay.
And even some high-profile clients.
Nice.
They just don't know some. Well, Like for example, some like celebrities, you think they already know all the PRs, they have been dealing with all the media.
They got like 1 million followers on Instagram, and you think, oh, they know, right?
But
yeah,
they don't.
They don't know. Yeah. Okay.
So they just kind of like go along with what they have experienced.
Yeah.
But they don't have this knowledge of what is a professional marketing.
Okay.
What you have to do, and when you have like, for example, PR crisis, what you will be prepared. How to prepare yourself for the event.
Sure.
So so I was sharing this story. People will be like, what? Do they actually care? I was like, it actually helped them. At least that's what I feel like.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
Yeah, so that's something that I feel like, so even though we are teeny tiny channel,
sure.
I still find the purpose behind it.
No, I mean, everyone's a teeny tiny channel, right? When they start, right? And then it just grows slowly. I mean, especially like a podcast, people think it's going to just explode in like 2 weeks or something, or a YouTube channel. It's hard. It's crazy. Like I know some of these other guys with the really, really big channels, you know, they did the same thing a few years of like almost part-time because there's not enough income.
Yep.
And then eventually they take the jump and they're like, okay, now we're full-time. You know, they have some kind of income that they're like, okay, we can scrape by with just this little income. And then they just go all in. So yeah, but you have to get to a point where you have to have something. Like I got $100. I mean, that's nothing. For 3 years, this is nothing, right? But I can buy a microphone or something, right? So so yeah, it's cool. Like indirectly, it's packed out the restaurant almost every week, which is great. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's very cool.
I think podcasts more like, well, everything on the internet, it's more like branding nowadays.
Yeah.
You just have to be consistent. You can't look at all those booming stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are outliers.
And those guys have also been doing it for a long time too, right? Like everybody thinks, you know, other people are like an overnight success, but actually those guys have just been hustling and hustling and hustling for years. You don't even know how long, right? So you only see them when they just exploded, and they're like, oh, well, this guy, oh, he's lucky,
You
or
only see the
or something.
fireworks.
Yeah, but actually he's been hustling for a long time. He or she. Yeah.
So
Cool.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
all branding about. You just have to
Love it.
keep going.
Actually, I'm going to pull up some pictures. I almost forgot. So, because we're having such a good conversation. Usually I'll pull up the pictures when the conversation just like dies, but it's not died. So, but I got to put them up because they're good. There's some good ones. So here's your logo,
That's our
the logo.
We are going to have a renovation soon. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's our logo for now.
Beautiful. Okay. Some good ones. I put two pictures together because I got so many good ones. So maybe you can what's happening, Dongshi Forest District Office.
Oh, that's something that I started to do after COVID as well. Because before that, we don't actually need to teach people how to do branding. Because all the international brands, especially when they are thinking about coming to Asia,
they're already established.
yes,
Okay.
and they know what is branding. They know what they want to do and what they are. They picture themselves in branding.
Yeah.
So what I have to do is just to tell them what you can do in local markets.
Sure.
But,
Makes sense.
Not so much in Taiwan. So
Okay.
it's quite different.
No, it's very different here. Yeah. I think Taiwan has a lot of like old like mom and pop shop style places where mom and pop has just been doing it for like 60 years. So the people in that area, they know it's good food or they know it's good something, and they go there. But like the branding part is new, I think, still here. Yeah. So you get to go teach some branding. Okay.
Yes, and I was quite lucky to be invited by Pingdong government as well as Forestry Bureau to teach them a little bit idea or concept about branding and marketing and PR.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Very cool. Here we go. That's a cool pitch. Yeah.
That's one of. Well, I got 3 questions.
Yes.
For you.
Okay. Have them. Let's go. Yeah.
I forgot what's the first one.
Okay. I don't remember either. Okay.
I think first one was
Hold up,
so
I have
guess
this somewhere.
3 of which were no, 1 of 3.
It's there somewhere, I think, right? One of these?
Was false.
Also this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, can you guess which one is wrong about me?
Okay.
One is I have been donating my hair
Okay.
to different children's cancer foundation around
Yeah.
the world. And the second one is
Having once remotely rescued a friend from a massive Vietnam riot from a different continent.
Yes.
Okay,
and then
that's
the
number
third
2.
one is I have been featured
And
on
one of
Guardian.
The Guardian. Okay.
Yes.
So one of these is not right. One of these is false. Okay.
Yes. So can you guess which one?
Ooh. Well, your hair's long, so I'm guessing that's true. The hair's long. I'm guessing that's
obvious?
true. Yeah. Okay. It's tough because having been featured on Guardian would be. It's like I could see that, but then it's also like having once remotely rescued a friend from a massive Vietnam riot from a different continent. It's so specific that it sounds like it should be true. So
should make it make
yeah. Okay. So
So which one is false?
I will say number 3. Okay, the Guardian one is
The
false.
Guardian. Okay, that's semi-false.
Okay.
So actually, this picture was featured on the Guardian.
Okay.
But that was because I was being I was the steward for
Okay.
a artist in London.
Okay.
I think it was Museum of Water by
Okay.
Amy Sherrock's.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
M of W, it says there. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
then it was a super cool exhibition place in Somerset House. If anyone has been to Somerset House, you know they have this underground exhibition space.
Okay.
And it's actually more like under tunnels. So we were exhibiting all those
That's cool.
bottles in the tunnels.
Okay.
So when Guardian, the photographer from Guardian came, I don't know why, but she picked me as a model to pose for the
Nice.
pictures.
Okay. Very
so that's
cool.
how I got a bunch of pictures on.
So those are all
on
water.
Guardian.
All of those.
Yes.
Really?
All the
From different
waters
areas in the
from
world, or
different people. So they all have different stories.
oh, that's
So being
really
a
cool.
steward, I have to remember like all
All the
those
stories.
all
Oh
those
wow.
stories.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
pretty cool.
So you have to have a good memory. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. This is one of your episodes,
Yes,
right?
one of the episodes
Yeah,
that have been asked for many times.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Handy brand strategy. Beautiful. Okay.
In Asia, so we
All
try
right.
to make sure. Well, actually, on Instagram, I try to make I would say like different lines.
Okay.
Or different tracks.
Okay.
One is like a Mandarin track, and then the other
Yeah.
is like English track. So
Yeah.
for English track, I would more focus on the tips to
Gotcha.
branding in Asia, or
Okay.
how you localize
Makes
your
sense
brand
because
in
something
Asia.
here doesn't work there, something there doesn't work here. Like, for example, some of the most popular videos on YouTube here, even the foreigner ones, they're very, very Taiwanese.
Yes.
With the sound effects and the little
Yes.
slappy hands and like it's funny and it's very Taiwanese. If you put that in like
The-
LA, that video,
Yes. No one will get
people
it.
will be like, "What? What is
Yes.
this?" It's,
So
yeah.
a lot of cultural
very different. Yeah.
nuances
Yeah.
in branding.
Yes, beautiful. Okay.
And that's what happened the past Saturday.
Okay, good.
We just
Okay.
had our Viva Britannia Ball, which is the
Okay.
biggest UK alumni banquet.
Beautiful.
Happen every year, but we had one miss last year because of COVID.
Okay.
So this one is
Sure.
massive each year.
Always COVID. It's always got to be
Yes.
involved in something. Jeez,
I know,
yeah.
so, yeah, but it's fun.
okay,
You
okay.
get to
Yeah,
experience
for sure.
different-
Yeah.
Different way of living, right?
Yeah, it's a very, very weird and unique time.
And
yeah,
different way of interaction as well.
for sure. Yeah. We made like an online ordering system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you
we did.
didn't have that before.
We were making it because we were planning on using it for something because Uber Eats and the fees are very high.
Yes.
So we're like, we had it made, and then we're so busy that we don't really. It was 95% done. And I'm like, well, maybe in the summer when I have time, I'll finish the last 5%. And then COVID. And then I messaged my web developer guy. And I said, how long will it take you to finish it? And he's like, yeah, like hard, maybe 2 weeks. I said, okay, just bill me. Because there's money in the bank now. So tell me how much. Finish it and let's go. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. Yeah.
Right.
A lot of bugs at the beginning, but now it's great. Now it's really good. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, from the last Saturday, because I helped to organize an event, right?
Okay.
So I feel like the responsibility to talk to people. And I think one conversation that came up that's quite interesting is that before COVID,
That one.
UK actually has some anti-foreigner kind of
Really? Oh, yeah, I've seen it in like,
kind of thing.
I don't know much about it, but I've heard of that somewhat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad.
But
Okay.
after COVID, I think these kind of anti-foreigner culture is kind of like dying down. Well, at least I hope. But that's some of the alumni just came back to Taiwan, told me. So, which is quite good.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it takes something crazy to kind of tone it down. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, something good came of it. Okay.
Yep.
Boom. And this one was
that one is something that I always treasure about.
Okay.
Because that was when I first started my agency, and one of my friends asked me to help to organize the event of Cultural Accessibility Summit in Asia. Which
Okay.
is the first, I believe it was the first Mandarin speaking accessibility.
Okay. Accessibility. Yeah.
Summit.
Okay.
Yeah. And we invited experts from around the world.
Oh,
And
wow.
there were one
Beautiful.
from Kennedy Cultural Center,
Okay.
who is called Betty as well. Something
Oh, nice.
that
Good name.
She told me that I totally agree about.
Okay.
She said having disabilities is just having another it's just having a way of diversity.
Yep.
So that totally opened up my mind, I would say, because I don't see disabilities.
Yeah,
as
sure.
disabilities.
Okay.
So it's I don't know why, but
Okay,
I just don't
understand.
see disabilities as disabilities.
Understand? Yeah.
But what she said about it is just the way that I thought, but I couldn't put in words.
Sure. Okay.
But think about it: if you have uncomfortable environment for disabilities.
Sure,
then
that's going to be tough. Yeah.
Yes, but
Okay.
you have to respect every kind of people.
Of course,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
real diversity.
Sure, of course.
So yeah, that's something that I
Okay.
really, really like.
Oh, that's really cool.
That I did early on with our agency.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Go through the last couple here.
Oh, that's
So
fast.
you say you want a revolution. Okay.
I helped a friend, which is a small emerging gallery, to host an art talk event, and
Okay.
we tried to mimic Andy Warhol's factory.
Okay,
with
okay.
All those fuels,
That's cool,
on
okay.
the background.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
that was
That's
a fun
cool.
one.
Very cool. Okay. Nice. Nice. Boom.
Oh, that was the event that I mentioned.
Okay,
The
okay,
first
okay.
ever offline event for
Ah.
our podcast.
Beautiful. Okay.
And we held it in a secret spot in Taipei.
Ah, beautiful. Okay.
City
Okay.
Center Taipei.
Oh, really? Okay.
So we're planning to have one. In that event, we asked people to have a time capsule for
really?
the event.
Okay,
so
that's
we're planning
cool.
to have a reunion next year
Okay.
and to open the time
That's
capsule.
cool. That's
So
very cool.
Anyone wants to join, you're welcome.
Excellent.
We'll be looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, that was
All
AWE.
women's, right? All women's something.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the advancement of women entrepreneurs, and that's
Okay.
backed by U.S. Congress. And I was the alumni from first year in Taiwan, which is fun because you get to know so many distinguished entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs in Taiwan.
Okay.
Because I think because in our family we are like I said, I have sisters.
Sure.
And with my upbringings, we don't really have the distinguished difference between like boys or girls.
Gotcha.
males
No, that's
and
great. Yeah, I
females.
think it's good.
So
yeah.
I kind of like gradually adapt into this culture, like society.
Okay.
After I went into the society, after I graduated, basically.
Yeah.
So, and ever since then, I realized how much pressure or how much unrealized discrimination against
That women have a
especially
yeah.
after I was in tech.
Okay.
I realized, well, I remember one time I was so shocked. I went into an APAC event.
Okay.
And we were all like at least like C-level or like middle, like manager level people in the summit.
Sure.
And there were a bunch of older white males.
Sure.
And then we were discussing something more like in industrial insights thing. And then after that, one guy just came up to me with like, "Oh, you're so cute. I don't know you can talk about business." I was like, what?
What a ridiculous thing to say.
I misunderstood him.
Okay.
And then he was so serious. So I was like, oh, okay, so he wasn't joking.
It's like, oh, you're cute and you know something. That's kind of cool.
I know, right?
Like, what the hell?
And then I heard another
He's trying to
person.
compliment you, but it's like the biggest insult ever.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how others or like people in a little bit earlier in our generation, how can they cope with all those?
Crazy. Okay.
So yeah, I
Okay.
really appreciate this kind of program that
very
gather
cool.
everyone together, so we actually speak the same language in a
That's a cool picture for sure.
interesting way. So yeah,
Very cool.
and we can share our like discrimination experience,
Oh,
and
that's-
then
oh,
try
yeah.
to combat
Yeah.
the culture together, things
Crazy.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great experience. But I have to say though, I don't think that's I always say we don't need gender equality. I
Okay.
feel like we need gender mutual respect.
Okay, that makes
I think
sense.
that's more
yeah.
important because females and males.
Everybody
are-
has different strengths,
yeah, exactly.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what the guy said is ridiculous. What an idiot. Oh my God. Yeah. That's silly. That's silly. All right, cool. Last one.
Oh,
Thanks
that's the answer.
That's the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's when I was featured on the Guardians, and I think it was printed as well.
Beautiful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was wrong then.
But it wasn't like featured.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Very cool. Well,
So I
congrats.
tricked you on that.
You got it. Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
So should we try that last one? What do you think? Yeah.
Do I need to gather my
No, I
courage
think it's-
to try it?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. We can have it after. You can take a little nibble now.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah.
All right, because from last week, I know you have like a secret recipe on.
That's right. I mean, it's
sauce.
just made hot. Yeah. It's just, we usually
Right.
make it with Carolina Reaper and stuff like that. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. So this is
Good
tweaked
question,
it a little bit.
Why drums and wings? Why chicken?
Um,
On the podcast, why
so
other
because we
dishes?
wanted to do it in the restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's another sort of not podcast, but a talk show that I watch from the States that does wings. And people always want to try hot stuff here. So I wanted to try that. I think maybe we might tweak it a little bit. Different foods. I don't know. I just thought let's try this for a while, and then maybe we'll get to the point we'll switch it to something else.
Right.
Because I like to put polls on like my YouTube and stuff like that just to
Yeah.
see. And it seems the main thing is like the story is always a good story, right? So so we figure try something that works already, and then we have to do food because we're in the restaurant. So I figure we might. In the beginning, I didn't want to just be like a taco guy. It's always tacos, It's
Right.
always taco.
I'm
So I
a
thought,
big fan of taco.
me too. But I figured let's try something different. But then we'll see. Maybe we'll do tacos. I don't know. We'll see.
forward to it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do it in the future. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm sure, like, if you have a dish or like you have food
Yeah.
Food brings people together.
For sure. I always find that like when I post videos or something, when it's like a food related thing, it's more popular. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
So we do live streaming for Sciencely Handmade as well.
Okay.
And we, on that, Annie is a bit nerdy, right?
Yeah,
For
it's
people who
awesome.
Don't know,
It's
you can
awesome.
check out
Last week. Yeah, last Tuesday. Yeah.
She's a bit nerdy, so she always talks about plants and especially native species.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, you can talk about native species, but try to add some cultural spice into it.
Gotcha.
So for example, like talk about native species that we eat in Taiwan.
Okay.
Which has so many, right?
Yeah.
So so
I always find like when people are like really like nerdy on something like that, it's just there's so much knowledge and they're just like they want to share it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yes.
It was a cool, very cool
you
vibe.
Just have to help them to sort all the packed knowledge.
They got like this genius stuff stuffed in there, and just got to pull it out. For them, it's like common sense, and for you, you're like, what? I know some people like that for sure. Very cool.
So on the streaming, if she talks about something you can eat, it's always conversation starter.
Food is good. Everybody wants to eat, right? Perfect. You know, geez, we've done pretty good.
How many questions?
I've got tons of questions. Probably like 8-ish, 8 or 9 maybe. Yeah,
pretty good.
But we've done an hour and 40 minutes already, so we maybe we'll do it. We can do it again sometime in the future. But maybe do you want to add? Is there anything that you wanted to mention that maybe we missed?
Well,
I have your links in the description below if you want to check it out.
you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Don't forget to follow her. Check out her channel and stuff. Yeah.
Well, if there's any collaboration opportunities or crossover ideas, for example, like the one that we just mentioned.
Let's do it.
Right?
I'm totally interested. Yeah, that'll be fun.
We can definitely
teach people to make hand-make tamales with like the dough and stuff. Yeah, that'd be great. Definitely interested. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, if anybody wants to collab, the description has the links for the Instagram and the www.BuonX.com. That's also in the description.
Yes.
So check that out. Don't forget to follow this lovely lady. She's doing great work. Anything else you want to say before we cut it?
No, I love the show.
Thank you so much.
Follow it if you haven't.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.